Now, if you don't want to suffer from any frustration, any anxiety, there is a way out, but that way out is not for us. We are people of the world. The way out is the following. Have no expectations from anyone or anything. And when you don't have expectation, it means you can't claim ownership to anything. You have to wing it, moment to moment. There is this great story that comes from the Zen tradition. It's about this young monk who lives in this tiny village. In this village lives a family who has this very, very attractive daughter. And one day this young woman goes out late at night to meet this young boy that she had just met. And you know, young people in the Garden of Eden, there is this apple tree or tree, forbidden fruit. And so they go somewhere very dark, very quiet, and they have sex. A few weeks pass by and the young woman comes to realize that she has missed her cycle. Then the parents begin to notice some changes in her physical appearance. And the mom asks, what's going on with you? And she says, I'm pregnant. We're not talking about the 20th century, where such things are okay. You're talking about 2,000-3,000 years ago. You can't have sex before marriage. You certainly can't get pregnant if you don't have a husband. And so they ask her who the man is so they can crucify him. And not wanting to harm her boyfriend, who later will eventually be her husband, she points to the monk. She says, that monk, he did it to me. And they go and punish this monk, and in addition to the physical punishment, they say, when the child is born, this is your child and you're going to take care of it. This young monk looks at the parents and the young woman, even though he had no hand in any of this, he looks at them and says, okay, if that's what you want to do, I'm fine. So this monk who had taken a vow of celibacy is now a father, takes care of this kid. Years pass, and the young woman is no longer young. She's in her late 30s or 40s. She looks at her parents and his parents and says to them, you know, the truth is, the monk didn't have sex with me. It's my current husband who used to be my boyfriend. He had sex with me. That kid was our son. The parents are filled with remorse, guilt, and shame. They go to the monk and they say, we are very sorry to have troubled you. Our daughter told us the truth. There's a reason why we hide things. Our daughter told us the truth, and we would like our grandson, her son, back. And the monk simply looks at the parents, the husband, the daughter, and says, oh, okay, well, here it is. You easily receive and you easily give. Do you know how difficult it is for someone to come and tell you that you have done A, B, C, D when in fact you haven't, and you keep your mouth shut? You don't retaliate. If someone slaps you on the right cheek, offer the left, and someone doesn't need to slap you physically. They could accuse you of things. And you kind of look at them and say, well, if you had any insights about you, if you had any intelligence about you, you would have never accused me or judged me, since your perspective is always going to be limited. But since you have made a judgment upon me, I'll just say, okay. Time will reveal to you that you are wrong. And when you come to apologize, I'll tell you, no need to apologize. I knew from the very beginning that there'll come a day where you will look me in the eye and you will say, I am sorry. So what this monk has that most of us don't have is, none of us have taken a vow of celibacy. And you guys know what celibacy means. It doesn't mean that you just don't have physical sex. It means you will have no physical relationship, no emotional relationship, no intellectual relationship, and no spiritual relationship. You're not going to be relating your identity or yourself to anything out there. You will remain a virgin to God, if there is such a thing. And God is an entity that's always inging along. It's always the present moment. You and I have no choice as commoners, ordinary human beings, to create history with things. So we need to understand we are the sort of animals that form relationships. And in every relationship, we have expectations. But here's the thing that you need to know. We're always changing as the world is always changing. And there is this beautiful poem by Omar Khayyam. گردون کمری ز عمر فرسوده ماست، دریا شرری ز اشک آلوده ماست، دوزخ اثری ز رنج بیهوده ماست، فردوس دمی ز بخت آسوده ماست. That the wheel of life is always turning and changing and twisting, and it'll force us to change with it. There is no stability, constancy to any one of us in this classroom.